All right, well, welcome back to Dunkirk Dunes. Thanks for your patience, guys. It's been a busy day, but here we are, U.S. turn, I believe we're 5. I'm kind of losing track. I think we're U.S. 5. So U.S. has 77 to spend, and here's what they're going to go ahead and get for their 77. Transport with 2 artillery and an infantry. That's 18, I believe. They're also going to get 2 infantry for 6. They're going to get a battleship and a submarine. 2 submarines, actually. For 32, we're going to spend 12 on an industrial complex. And 8 for 2 artillery. And that adds up, if I did the math right, to 76. We have 77 to spend, so we're going to carry over 1 to next round. Okay, so that's the purchase. As far as combat movements, there really is only 1 actual combat here. So this pesky German submarine here in 106, what we're going to do is take 1 destroyer from 101, move in on that, and then these 2 fighters are also going to come in, and because I have a destroyer, my fighters can hit the sub, although the sub can't hit me. So, and of course those fighters are going to have 3 left. So that is the only actual attack. So we can go ahead and roll that. So what I'm going to have is a 2 and 3 3s. Okay, I had to pause that for a second. So I have a 2 and 2 3s attacking, and the sub is just going to defend at 1. So I guess we could roll all those together. So here we go. Okay, the sub is dead, and the sub got nothing. So we can take that German sub off of there. Okay, so now I need to leave my 3 there. That's my plane marker. Okay, we got a bunch of non-combat moves. So the rest of this fleet that is in 101 is going to set sail, and they're leaving from a naval base, so they can move 3. They're going to go 1 into 106, 2 into 117, 3 up into 123. They're off the coast of Iceland. Okay, so the rest of this fleet is going to follow, and there are 3 transports here, and they're going to take all of their cargo with them. So they're heading up to Iceland, and they're taking with them, these are improved transports, so they can each carry 1 infantry and 2 other units. So there's the 3 infantry, and the other that they're bringing here from eastern and central US, there's 2 mechs. There are 2 tanks, and there are 2, whoops, I think I dropped one on the floor, 2 artillery. Let me pause that and find my artillery I dropped. Okay, I found my artillery I dropped. So there we go. So we're going to, and all of that's just going to land right there in Iceland. These planes that have 3 left are going to go 1, 2, 3, and I suppose it makes no difference whether they're on the carrier or on Iceland. There is an air base there. I think I'll just go ahead and land them on Iceland. Makes no difference. Let's see, so that takes care of that. Okay. Other movements here. So these planes are going to move, but I'm going to do that second. Let's go do some non-combat moves over here. So the bomber that is in the Philippines is going to go ahead to Hawaii. So 1 into 35, 2 into 34, 3 into 33, 4 into 32, 5 into 30, 6 into 26, and he left from an airbase, so 7 into Hawaii. Okay. The 3 fighters that are here in Philippines are going to go 1 into 35, they're leaving from an airbase, 2 into 20, 3 into 19, 4 into C-Zone 6, and then 5 into Korea. So all 3 of them are headed up to Korea. Let's see. These 2 fighters, let me grab a couple more flight stands. These 2 fighters that are in C-Zone 26 on that carrier, they can go 1 into 25, 2 into 16, 3 into 6, and 4 landing in Korea as well. Okay, and then we've got a cruiser, now an empty carrier, and we've got an infantry and 2 mechs on Hawaii. So what we're going to do here is the 2 mechs are going to load onto the transport. It's a advanced improved transport, so he can do that. He can carry 3 units, and 2 of them can be non-infantry. And he's leaving from a naval base. He's going to go 1 into 30, 2 into 49, 3 down here into 54, and he's going to drop the mechanized infantry off here in Queensland. All right. Let's see other movements. So this destroyer that's in C-Zone 16, he's going to go ahead and set sail 1, 2 into C-Zone 26 off the coast of Hawaii. The large fleet here in C-Zone 10 is all going to come out to Hawaii. Okay. And there is a transport there who's going to bring with him, he's going to bring with him 2 artillery and an infantry to Hawaii, like so. Okay. There's also this transport in C-Zone 8. He's going to go 1, 2 into C-Zone 10. Okay. And then we go back to this side here. So these 2 fighters that are in eastern U.S. Leaving from an airbase, so they can go 5, 1 into central, and 2 into western, 3 into C-Zone 10, 4 into C-Zone 12, and then 5th, C-Zone 26, they can land on this carrier that is here in C-Zone 26. Okay, so I think that essentially does it I think I've moved pretty much everything I possibly could. I'm going to go ahead and put these two on flight stands just for fun. They're in Iceland there. Okay. So I think the only thing left here is for me to place my units. I'm going to place these two infantry in eastern US so that I get my bonus for that. And then everything else. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 units. And I can place all of that on my Western US factory. So the battleship and the two submarines are going to go there into C Zone 10. Okay. The transport is also going to go into C Zone 10. And then the 4 artillery and the infantry are also there. Okay. So I think that, I guess I've got my, you can guess where this is going. Factory is going to go into Korea. Okay. So I think that's it. I just need to do my recap and then collect income. So collect income, US is still at 55. And I don't believe there are any convoys this time. There's no ships there off the coast of Korea to convoy us. And as far as bonuses, I think we are getting these 4 that you see here. 5 for Philippines, 5 for Mexico, Southeast Mexico, Central America, West Indies, 5 for Alaska, Aleutians, Hawaii, Johnson and Line Islands, and then 5 each for having placed at least 2 units in the eastern and the western US. So that's 10, 15, 20, 25. So 25 plus 55 is 80. And I had 1 that I carried over from last time. So that will mean I'll have 81 for the next round. So let's give the US 81 there. Okay. I think now I just need to do recap. So we'll start right here in the middle. So in Philippines, right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 infantry. In Korea, we have an infantry and an artillery. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fighters. We have also some Soviet units. I believe there are 8 Soviet infantry there, a Soviet artillery, and 2 Soviet anti-aircraft guns. We'll go down here. So Queensland, I've got 2 mechanized infantry. C Zone 54, there is a cruiser, a carrier, and a transport. C Zone 26, I've got, let's see, 1, 2, looks like 3 destroyers, 4 submarines, 1 transport, 1 carrier with 2 fighters on board. On Hawaii itself, I've got a strategic bomber, 2 infantry, 2 artillery, and C Zone 10, I've got 2 transports, 2 submarines, 1 battleship. And Western US, I've got 3 infantry, 4 artillery, 2 anti-aircraft guns. And then going over to the other side, in eastern U.S., I've got 2 infantry, 2 anti-aircraft guns. C-Zone 106 is a U.S. destroyer. C-Zone 123, there are 3 transports there. A destroyer, a cruiser, an aircraft carrier, 2 submarines. On Iceland itself, I have 2 fighters, 3 infantry, 2 tanks, 2 mechanized infantry, and 2 artillery. And I think that does it. I think we've hit it all. So thanks for watching. And oh, I guess I could just mention China has no units on the board, but they don't have any territory either, but they do have $6 in the bank. So I think we're on to UK. Thanks for watching.